Anderson about his new book, To Lose a War, which collects Anderson's writings from Afghanistan over a near quarter-century span. Keep listening to WAMU, where you can only hear that conversation next.
Writer Alexis Akayolo says Alabama, where she grew up, shows the best and worst of the American experiment, its blessings and disasters.
The Native Americans who managed to stay, immigrants like my parents from Nigeria, those people and their visions of what Alabama could be is what has pushed the state forward.
I'm Amory Sievertson. What can we all learn from Alabama? That's on the next On Point.
Listen this afternoon at 12 on WAMU.
Support for WAMU comes from our members and from University of Maryland Global Campus, offering bachelor's and master's programs in career-relevant fields like cybersecurity, business, or healthcare. Learn more at umgc.edu, certified to operate by Chef. And from the Virginia Museum of Fine Arts in Richmond, presenting Frida, Beyond the Myth, on the art and life of Frida Kahlo, on view through September 28th. Tickets at bmfa.museum. And from Tamplin College of Business at Virginia Tech, an R1 and senior military college, students can earn an executive PhD in business while working. More at execphd.vt.edu.
73 and overcast in Bowie, 72 and overcast in Chantilly. That hurricane's approaching. It's WAMU 88.5.
Support for NPR comes from this station and from Fisher Investments. As a fiduciary, Fisher Investments is obligated to act in their clients' best interest. Learn more at FisherInvestments.com. Investing in securities involves the risk of loss. From Maiden, makers of cookware found in restaurants around the world, offering the carbon steel griddle for home use, designed for cooking a range of foods, from eggs and bacon to burgers and fish. More at madeincookware.com. And from ARM, committed to delivering innovative, advanced computing designed to enable worldwide companies to unleash the capabilities and experiences of AI. The future of AI is built on ARM. ARM.com. This is NPR.
This is Morning Edition from NPR News. I'm Layla Folded.
I'm E. Martinez.
And I'm Steve Inskeep. John Lee Anderson is 68 and has seen a lot of the world, which is his job as a foreign correspondent for the New Yorker magazine.
For me, the world is an adventure. I'm amazed by the tapestry of humankind in all of its variations. I feel like a kid, thrilled and delighted when I get the chance to go somewhere I've never been.
Readers find Anderson in some of the most hazardous places on Earth, and for decades that has included Afghanistan.
Here's a country that, I've known since I was a young man.
He visited in the 1980s as rebels were driving an occupying force of the Soviet Union out of the country. Later, Afghanistan fell into civil war. The Taliban took over and hosted Osama bin Laden. Anderson returned just after the 9/11 attacks in 2001, which is when I met him there, an American in a war zone, walking around in an Afghan hat called a pakol and seeming entirely comfortable in his surroundings. Anderson covered a 20-year American occupation and its disastrous end. He's collected his writings in a new book called To Lose a War, The Fall and Rise of the Taliban. It includes his visit in late 2021, soon after the last Americans had evacuated.
After 20 years of Western international presence there, I found myself back in the capital city of this country, virtually the only foreigner. I mean, there were probably a handful of others, but I didn't see them. And the authorities on the street were the Taliban, the people who'd been in the hills all these years, fighting that international coalition. And the modern ways of life that it had brought about and tried to instill in the capital. It was bewildering because they looked like Taliban, they were Taliban. They really didn't know the modern world, and yet they had access, like kids and young people and people everywhere, to smartphones. And they were the new authorities, and the people of Kabul, by and large, had tried to forestall punishment by the Taliban by, say, painting over faces if they had them on ads on their shop windows, or the girls now who hadn't been wearing burqas, still weren't wearing burqas, but they had put on veils. They were trying to be a little more conservative just in case.